have a question, Stuart.
Yes.
Could you talk about what it means on a spiritual level to have a child, and when your daughter was born, how it affected your life?
Yes. I mean, look, there's one serious answer to that. That's unconditional love. In order to have a spiritual life, we need to learn how to love unconditionally. Having a child requires that, requires unconditional love. And, there are going to be difficult times and easy times and beautiful times, but whatever goes on between oneself and their child has to be a commitment that is so profound and so deep, that it really is the beginnings of a spiritual life in many ways. It's like, you're a wonderful musician, Cyrus, and the commitment to music, it has to be unconditional. And the commitment to your baby, God bless him, he's so cute, should be something so deep inside you, that you're willing to overcome any obstructions and problems in yourself in order to really take care of that child. That's the beginnings of a spiritual life. And it's one of the most essential ingredients in a spiritual life is literally learning how to live with unconditional love. I had to learn that with my daughter. I honestly never really wanted to have children. And I'm in my bedroom, dancing with her. It's a little tiny thing in my arms and singing to her and loving her. And, it just changed me. It really changed my whole chemistry. So I think, look, you don't have to have a child to have a spirit. Many religious organizations don't allow for that. But I think that kind of love is really the same kind of love that one has to have for God and spirit. And it moves from the child to other people in your life to literally there's room and becomes room inside you for all of humanity to live there. And I think that kind of unconditional love is very, very important. And a child is a really excellent way to learn how to develop that in yourself. You got to get over yourself to take care of the child, you know. And I think one of the best things is love them and let them explore their life. Love them and let them find what their vision is in life, what they have to do and contribute to this. And again, you don't have to have a child to learn how to do this. You have to make a commitment to a spiritual life, and by that very commitment, you will learn how to do this. But if you happen to have a child, boy, can't get away from it. And the key is love. Does anyone else have a question?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question, Stuart.
Yes.
I've been feeling a tremendous amount of energy coming down through my navel chakra, and it feels like it's congregating in my second chakra to the point it's almost distracting during meditation. And I'm wondering if there's something I should be doing to try to encourage it down to the first chakra and to make the turn up my spine, or just keep doing what I'm doing and it'll figure it
Oh,
out.
yeah, there is. I just wrote a whole book about this. I really did. I have a 245-page book on this subject. You know, what you have to do to draw the energy from the navel chakra through the sex to the base of the. It's called Tantra. And it's the beginnings. It's really, it's an incredible process that enables one to give birth to themselves. That giving birth to oneself, it takes place in the sexual area. And it's the first place inside a human being where the male female principle come together. And when that principle, male female, Shiva, Shakti, yin yang, whatever you call it, it's that place where that energy merges. That energy that merges will give birth to Kundalini. Kundalini is the pathway to God. So the resistance you feel is the resistance of truly letting go and transforming the human to the divine. That's the resistance that takes place in the sexual area. So it's not a negative thing that's happening to you. It's something very positive. It's telling you, hey, this is a deep inner work that I have to do that's going to free me from me. Your human level gets transformed to the spiritual. That takes place because energy moves from the navel area through the sex to the base of the spine. Kundalini is activated, and it's like a rocket ship. It's like a pathway to God, the spiritual enlightenment. Now, you're never going to understand this. Look, I've been practicing this for God knows how long. Well, I don't understand it. All I know is it works. That's really, it's an organic process of evolution inside oneself. And that takes place in the sexual area. So I have a 240-page book on this subject called Tantra. And, it's something remarkable. And if you arrive at that place in your inner work where this kind of experience starts to happen, it's an extraordinary step in the progress of your spiritual growth. And there's going to be resistance because it's very strange. It's, different. It's not part of ordinary life. And it demands that the human level of us, and of course, the highest level of our humanity is an open heart and love and offering that to God. Gratitude, transforming the human to the spiritual, giving birth to ourselves. It's like an immaculate conception. We become a child of God. Now, I know this is very esoteric and very metaphysical, but I don't know how else to explain this or even talk about it. I mean, I can give metaphors that go on in life that, represent the same thing, but I just want to get right down to what it really is and what is taking place. And it's really the essence of what Kundalini Yoga is about. transformation of the human to the spiritual, to the divine. I mean, one of the best metaphors for this I've ever seen in my life, and it came upon me, I'd never expected to see it. But I remember when I used to go to Nepal, and I would take a large group of people. I have a picture of it right here. I take a large group of people to Pashupatinath. It was a very sacred, Shaivite temple in Kathmandu. And the statues there were, they were carved in like the 6th century, 7th century. And there was like lines of Nandi, the bull, the cow that Shiva rides on. And the Nandi is facing the lingam in the yoni, which is the male-female energy. And right behind them is a cobra rising. And there must have been 20 of these statues like that, one after the other. And, it was a great depiction of what I'm talking about. The energy of the chi, the power, the bull, being transformed into the yin and the yang, the Shiva, Shakti, Uma, Maheshwara. And that cobra is the Kundalini rising. And don't think those artists that did that were obsessed with sex. They were obsessed with getting to God. And through their inner experience, they came to this. They came to that. Same way that Rudy came to it, and I came to it through the practice of this meditation. Whoever thought about this 30 years ago, 40, I used to like those sculptures, but I had absolutely no idea what the profoundest meanings of them were. It's only through the spiritual practice that realization came. Anyway, if I ever get this book published, you'll have a textbook written in very understandable language about this subject.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, there'll be meditation on Sunday or tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow. And again, God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for being here, being in my life, doing the kind of inner work you're doing of such depth. That I just hope to God that every single one of you come to these kind of realizations about the miracle of Rudy's meditation practice and what it offers us in this lifetime. Can't even take credit for it, because before Rudy, what did I know about this? And now, my God, the entire world is opened up. So God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, sir.
Good night.